If you have any questions, I will be more than happy to answer those questions today. I don't have an extensive knowledge of everything, but I do know as much as I know on Cloudbot. Thank you for the gifted sub today, Jericho. I appreciated that. Um, Jericho has been an amazing asset to our community. He comes from my friend's stream. We know that stream to be. Oh my goodness, my brain is not working today. Uh, that stream is my good friend Almost Potter. I haven't seen him in a while. If you ever see this, hey, thanks for being here. And welcome to the Rook's Parliament. A rook is a crow, and a crow is a me. And Roukov is just, yeah. There's just a bunch of other things that go along with that. In any case, let's go ahead and jump on through. If you do have Streamlabs, the first thing that you do once it's pulled up, well, even before you pull it up, make sure that here's the icon. When you see the icon, you right-click it, and you run Administrator. Yay, yes, stickers. They're my emotes. Okay, and you just saw the browser source, so thank you. Let me see here. Yes, if we do this a bunch of times, and then I hit that, you're gonna see my face all over the place there. And as far as that goes, that is due to that. If you want to know more about that, I'll get into that in just a moment. Ask me about it in just a moment. Anyway, to get to find out the bot and everything that you can do, so that you can do commands like, I don't know, SO Wonder Mama. So you just do that, and you see Streamlabs will pull that up automatically. Now, how do you get Streamlabs to do that? Well, first you have to get the Cloudbot to populate. Now, how I got this page to come up here. Oh, and let me pop out of that. You hit this little button right here, which says Cloudbot, and that opens up a new screen up here, and that gives you Cloudbot. Now, Cloudbot, what you got to do with this is, in order to activate it, you click on this button. It'll ask you if you're sure. It also has you make sure that you mod whatever your well, it says make sure that you mod Streamlabs, just like that. The next thing that you want to do is, if you have mods that you want to be able to make commands on your own on your stream, you need to go to commands, then default, and you need to make sure that these commands are activated so that the bot will actually recognize your your bot will be able to recognize your commands. So yeah, you want to be able to let your mod add a command, edit a command, and remove a command. So far so good. Not much to do. The thing that I really wanted to get into the nitty gritty about is how to create a here. And now what I'm doing here to make this a lot easier, I'm hitting the Windows button and I'm pushing the arrow button to the right. And that gives me the ability to just have one thing on my left hand, one thing on my right hand. If I want to make this quadrants, I will do the same thing again. I will go left and then up. That way I can pull up that music that you were listening to at the beginning. Oh, come on. Did I turn it all the way down? I am not hearing it. It's what happens every once in a while. In any case, Yes, that's where we do that. Can you guys hear me? All right. Is everything? Let's see here and pull this back over here. Hey, Z Diggity, thanks for being here. You haven't missed anything yet so far. Just showing how for specifically for Logan and for Z Diggity, y'all know how to do this stuff already. I was just about to. What I'm planning on doing with this particular portion of the stream is when people ask me how to do this specific part, I can go ahead and get this particular video and point them to it. Anyway, I'm going to cut it up so that it's not as long anyway. So what I am doing today is I am going to show people how to create their own sound commands, because it's not as difficult. Oh, and thanks for that, Z Diggity. Yeah, I love your emotes. Oh, you guys have some of the best emotes here. As far as this goes, let's go on over to store. This is where you will find that you can create this. Now, as you can see, I've already created my own things here. I've got laugh, step right up, welcome, and so forth. I'm planning on creating a new one right now, and it's going to be a sound effect. You want to make sure that you select sound effect rather than perk, because the perks are something else. Let's go ahead and call this one. I'm going to call this one Scoodly, because I had my daughter create a sound file earlier for a friend. And chicken. And you're going to figure out what I mean by that. I'm going to put the cost so that you guys that haven't been here long enough are able to use this and are able to see it. I'm going to put that cost at 0. Now, what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to create an image. Let's go ahead and get... Let's see, chicken, Scootaloo chicken. And there we go. And I am terrible at this, so I'm just gonna, I don't own this, but I'm going to use it anyway for this, for the purposes of the demonstration. I'm going to delete this image and use a different image a little bit later. Anyway, chicken. All right. Now we're going to go ahead and upload a new image. Downloads. And we've got that one right here. And we'll select that. And we'll pick a different, well, we'll create a new sound file. And we've got this one that I've prepared earlier. And chicken. All right, and that's what we have. Then we're going to go ahead and I don't think you would have been able to heard that because I do have my Chrome set somewhere else. I was able to hear it, and at that point, that's what we have. But I'm going to do chicken. And once we have that in there, I'm going to save and item created. All right, so now if somebody in chat could do exclamation point redeem. Oh, Wonder Mama. Okay. I'm glad to hear that. All right, do exclamation point redeem chicken. Somebody in stream. Oh, come on. Do I not have alert box up? Where is he? test widget. Okay, let me try that one more time. Let me see. And that's the thing, is that you get this to happen every once in a while. I think it might be because I haven't saved. It hasn't been in my files long enough. Let's go ahead and do !redeem. Let's do something that I've actually had in there for a while. Whopper.
It's a Whopper!
All right, that's the one that I've had for a long time, and yeah, let's see. I'm just wondering why my alert box is it because I have it? Okay. Nope, can't redeem Zach's face because I don't have it in here yet. Sorry, I'll have to put that in there later. But yeah, that's how you do this. Aside from that, you add the alert box by going to widgets here. Add source, and I'm going to add as new source instead. What is the problem here? Let's go ahead and okay. Raids, you want to make sure that you have everything up here. All right. Test. And we've got donation. Okay. All right, so that's actually working for some things. Let's see if alert box delete. Okay. All right, let me take a look back through chat in just a minute. As far as this goes, let me see if I've missed any.
Biddies, my biddies, my biddies, my bits.
Oh, thank you for the bits. Appreciated. Yes, I do have my own. Sounds, and I'll get to that in just a moment. This isn't over, AJ. Okay, I'm excited to go back through chat to figure out what's going on here. All right, so as far as this goes, yes, I've got, let's see, ! Redeem welcome. ! Redeem welcome.
Welcome to the stream. I hope you stay.
I mean, as far as that goes, it's self-explanatory. Oh my goodness. 1, 2, 3, 4 kickball change. Thank you so much. You did not have to do that for me today, but I appreciate the five subs. Thank you so much. That puts me at 13 today. So thank you so much for all that you do for the community. 1, 2, 3, 4 kickball change. As far as this goes, if you want to add other things, does anybody? Okay. All right, let me go ahead and catch back up on stream here. Oh. All right, you're lucky. Okay, let me go ahead and catch back up on what's going on here because I feel so incredibly lost. I'm going to go back to Logan. I'm excited to get this info. I've sort of just been fumbling my way through. Everybody fumbles their way through Streamlabs and Cloudbot and stuff. It's all right. I wasn't using the system at all. It's a great system. Tech tips, nice. How do I hack into Zach's computer? I'll tell you later off stream. Redeem chicken. That didn't work yet. Let me go. I'll have to refresh page to see if I can get that to work in just a little bit. But yeah, Z Diggity and AJ are just having fun in stream with their deaths. John with 100 bits. Thank you, Jericho. All right. And let's see here. I've successfully redeemed welcome and everything else. All right. You're lucky. Yes, more fighting. You're awesome. Oh, thank you. thank you, Kickball Change. Do that again. Encore. Yes, thank you for that. Which brings me to my next thing. All right, so as your moderators, they can create their own commands. The way they do that is, let's go ahead and get on over to twitch.tv/Roukov. Now, I do this on a regular basis for my friends AJ and Z Diggity. I appreciate them being here, helping me out with this. Let's show how to do that. All right, I don't need this part. All right. Let's go ahead and exclamation point. What you want to do is you want to do add command exclamation point, then whatever it is you want your command to be called. So let's call this one Zach's face. And let's put in whatever it is we want it to say. Me. Let's go ahead and put in a Zach's face is great. And then we would want something like Z Diggity, and we would want that. So there we go. And now you can do exclamation point Zach's face, and you can redeem Zach's face now, AJ, if you so choose. All right. Let's get this back on over to that, and we'll have this over here. Okay. And as we said before, yes, we can redeem Zach's face. No, we can't redeem Zach's face. We can do exclamation point Zach's face. Zach's face. All right. See, Zach's face is great. As far as this goes, yeah, that's basically what I do. There's a bunch of other things that you can do as well. The thing that you got to figure out is where to find what you want. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at where you can find some ideas for some commands. What I do is I come over here to commands. You select variables, and when you look through this, you can find the different ways that you can make different types of variables. So for instance, let's take a look at channel title. Yes, you can go get yourself some ice cream. Thank you for asking. Rose is getting herself some ice cream, everybody. Say hi, Rose. And all right, so you can get, let's go ahead and say something like, gotta say, Roukov's presentation and confidence has gone up. Loving it. Thank you. As far as this goes, this is stuff that I know. In fact, you can do lurk. That's a command that I have here. Thank you for that. I've got channel subs. You can, if basically these are the things that you can put into chat to make them a different command. So let's go ahead and say exclamation point. What is it called? Add command. Followers. And then I'm just going to put this in here. User dot followers. Let's see here. Channel dot followers. Sorry. Channel dot followers. And then if we add that, let's say followers 2, because I think I already have followers before. So let's followers 2. And if we just do followers 2, you're going to see that I have 72 followers. Now you can add, subtract, take, make however you want it to be. Now if you want this command to be a different color, to be whatever color it is that you have here, it's very simple. You just edit the command. You do ! edit command, and then after it says followers 2, me. And after me, you will have the color that your name is under, is how that will be. So, as far as this goes, and thanks for the lurk, Z Diggity and AJ, appreciate that. As far as this goes, if that makes it so that followers 2, let's see, did I miss? I'm lazy. There we go. I have 72 followers. As far as that goes, that's how you make your text look differently. So, if you want your text to look like that when you're just regularly typing, you do the same thing. And yes, you can see that makes it say hi in blue. As far as that goes, does anyone have specific questions that they'd like to know how a streamer makes something happen or makes something else work for themselves? I'm not very good at words. I'm better at ideas. Okay, I have a troll for a daughter. Thank you for playing. Go watch your movie if you want to watch a movie, honey. Thank you. Does Streamlabs have a page that shows a list of F commands like Stream Elements does? Yes. So as far as this goes, I'm going to show you my buddies. Okay, Streamlabs. I'm going to go ahead and do this over in Roukov, and the Roukov's thing. Now, as far as this goes, you have to have a specific thing enabled. And let's go ahead and try that. Redeem.
Oh, wait! Now I know how to call a chicken. Skiddly! Scoodly!
And see, now it's actually working for me. And underneath that, you will also be able to see everything here. So essentially what you want is this command that this place that I'm putting down here in chat. Streamlabs.com / then the name of the channel that you want it to be through, then / Cloudbot. Okay, how do you get alerts or a sound when someone chats? For that, you need a different plugin. And there are several different plugins that can do this for you. As far as this goes, or if you're wanting for like an alert for when somebody comes into chat, there are other things in here. What's going on? Okay, I told you that that I'd be with you at 3 o'clock. I love you. We discussed this. We agreed to this. Okay. Thank you for being here. How do I what type of alerts are we talking about? When somebody chats, or what type of what do you mean by sounds when somebody chats? I need a little bit more to go off of here. Sorry about that. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and show you. Yes, you can also create timers where basically your stream bot's going to repeat the same thing over and over again.
I generally don't find that I'm going to do them for myself, but as far as that goes, thank you for being here, Kickball Change. Something to remind me to look. As far as that goes, there's not really some place for you to be able to get that. That's something that you would have to set up within your browser. It's not something within Streamlabs, but if you want some for a specific screen to have that, let me look into that, because and I'll get back to you on that, Mama. I don't think that I've ever actually run into where I've wanted to do that, but I can definitely research that for you. So let me go ahead and write myself a reminder to do that. Okay. And I'm just copying and pasting that question. This isn't supposed to be like groundbreaking stuff. This is stuff that's a lot of the, like, I feel like AJ and Zach got bored with it because they've already gotten past this part. But I've gotten these questions a lot, and I've just wanted to see if anybody else had a problem, if they didn't feel like they wanted to ask the questions, or if they were a bit bashful about it. I figured I'd get that. Just to start back off, because I see that I've got some people that have come back into chat. Have come into chat. Basically, in order to get the basic way to get Cloudbot to work is, if you're using Streamlabs, you click the Cloudbot link right here. Then once you're in Cloudbot, you need to make sure that you turn that on. When you get to commands, you need to come to default and make sure that your add commands functions for your mods are on. As far as that goes, it's very simple from there. You go down to your commands and you can add a command from here. There's templates that you can add from, and sometimes they work, sometimes they do not. So, and for instance, you can do uptime and confirm adding that there. There's a new command that's added for uptime. If you want to do exclamation point. When I'm playing a game, I'm always worried I'm going to miss some stuff in the chat because I don't have a fancy 2-monitor setup like Zach has. Ooh, good point. In fact, there is a... Let's take a look here. And I have a 2-monitor setup as well. But let me take a look. I believe there is an overlay, and I can't remember how to do it because I have 2 screens rather than the one. Under settings, we've got game overlay, enable in-game overlay, and you want to be able to add that. And let's go ahead and see. You can put where the overlay is in chat, and you can have the opacity for that to show up here, so that it's more or less opaque. As far as this goes, you can add that, but you have to make sure that you enable that. I don't remember how. Let me go ahead and take a look at that. Enable Streamlabs overlay in game. Streamlabs OBS navigate to settings. Overlay will be available. Enable in-game overlay. Show chat. Show events, toggle positioning, adjust the opacity. Okay. And I'm just taking a look at this. I've looked at this a little bit earlier as well, so hopefully I can get that answered for you. But yes, you can actually play games like this where you just have the one screen. This is a way that you can, if you'd like to read the full thing, that is going to be right here. And where am I screwed up my chat here. Thank you for bearing with. Oh, that's why, because I have my chat right here. I'm going to go ahead and link that blog post in stream. As far as this goes, this will make it so that if you want to just have your overlay over the game you're playing, then you can do that. If you don't want to do that way, there's other ways that I can look into for you, and I'll get back to you on that. But that's actually the best way that I know how to do it. So let's go ahead and take a look at this article really quickly. As far as this goes, oh, you're using your computer as your TV as a smart screen, as a second screen for that reason. Okay. And ZDiggity has created his own command. Nope. Jericho's created the command for ZDiggity. Good. Thank you for doing that today. All right. So introducing the Streamlabs OBS game overlay. Blah blah blah. Many new streamers only have one monitor, which is the case here. Game overlay is completely customizable. Streamlabs OBS navigates to settings. A new option called Game Overlay. Toggle Enable in-game overlay. Show chat. Show events. Adjust the opacity. Set hotkeys. This is under hotkeys settings. Let's go ahead and move on over to there. Toggle in-game overlay. So let's go ahead and set that one to... what's one that people usually don't use, and I don't use as a hotkey that would screw up this stream? I'm going to use F4, because a lot of places you don't use F4 on its own. So we'll go ahead and do F4. There we go. And see, there we go. There that overlay came up and came back down. Let's go ahead and change that overlay back where you can have them to where they're not overlapping, and then F4. And then we go back to hotkeys. All right. There. Does that answer your question? Logan. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and leave that up here just for the time being. Okay. And F4. All right. All right. Does anyone else have any questions on things? Ooh, I want to show you this where you can, it's basically if you want people's emotes to come across my screen, like when people spam Roukov head over and over. All right, Roukov head. Let's go ahead and do that. For instance, yeah, you've seen me do that, and my that stuff all over my face. As far as that goes, you do that by coming back to this particular thing, and if we go to this time, we're going to look at all widgets. Under widgets, we're going to go to the emote wall. From there, we copy this right here. Now, I'm not going to make it so that you guys are able to do it, but as far as that goes, that's copied. And what we do here is we go to browser source. Sorry about that. I did that a little bit too fast. We click on this little button right here in the selection that we're in. We click the add button. We go to browser source. Then we take the add source. We make sure that we add this over here, add source, and then from here we copy and paste that And there we go. And we can put it wherever we want it to be. So as far as that goes, if you want to have browser source on top of browser source on top of browser source, so let's go ahead and show what's happened now that I have this up here. Does it let you test these things before streaming? Absolutely. Yes, yes, yes. So as far as this goes, you the alert box, you can go ahead and down here where we've got the test widgets button and where it says go live and everything like that. Where it says test widgets, you select that, and then you go over to, let's say, follow. And you can see that will show a new follow, a new subscription, Roukov, a donation, so on and so forth. And with that being said, we can go with a little bit more exclamation point, and let's see here. Ooh, yes. And yes, let's go ahead and add some more of these in here. I'm just getting a bunch of my emotes that I have just randomly here, and we'll test that. All right, so as far as that goes, that's how you deal with widgets. There's a lot of ways that you can add some other sources here. It's all great stuff. So as far as this goes, let's take a look a little bit deeper. We've got something else that we can do. Let's see. All the widgets. Oh, and if you want to test while you're not on stream, once you hit that button in Cloudbot, once you have Cloudbot up right there, your mods will be able to add commands while you are offline. If you do not want people to be able to make adjustments while you're offline, then you'd have to turn on and off Cloudbot each and every time that you decide to stream. But as far as this goes, I will sit down and I'll create some nice little commands for the places that I mod for, because if you take a look under users in chat, as long as you make a Streamlabs a moderator, that is able to make some adjustments for you. Now, he's always going to be in your stream, whether or not you're actually making content or not. Just make sure that you've got that up here. These are some things that you can turn on. I haven't had a problem with these, so I haven't turned them on. If you want to, you can create your own bot, or you can, if you have Prime, then you can make your bot have its own name, which I don't know if I want to do that. The downside to just doing Streamlabs rather than having it its own name is you can't change the color of the name, so you can't change the color of your commands. Modules, chat alerts, get notified whenever an activity happens, like a donation or subscription. I believe. Let's see if this actually. Okay. All right. Oh, and here you can add regulars so that if you do have the mod tools, that your regulars have more permissions than other people as far as that goes. Does it let you test things before streaming? The answer to that one, I am very meandering in my answers. The answer is yes. I constantly test these things, and you can test a lot of things here. As you can see, we've got the record button here. You can test to see what your audio levels are. You can test to see what you look like before you go live by recording it and then rewatching the video to make sure that everything that you want to have happen is actually working. Otherwise, you can actually just do record to make content and upload to YouTube if you want to. This isn't about that, but as far as this goes, yes, there is testability. Quotes, you can make it so that people can add quotes at any time. This is for going back to the store. When you create loyalty items, the stream perks, this is where the queue happens for that. Loyalty. Now this is what you have to actually activate. You have to activate this and the store in order to be able to have the screen pop up with this little thing here with the Streamlabs /Roukov /Cloudbot. I don't know what's going on with Zax at the moment, because if you put in ZDiggity where everything else should, it says 401, you don't have permission. So I haven't broached the subject because it hasn't been a problem for me yet. But I mean, at some point, if ZDiggity wants to, I'll have to have a discussion with him about it. But yes, it's an arrow 401. Not authorized. 404 is site not found, and so on and so forth. I feel like I'm talking a lot. Does anybody else have questions that I can answer? The stream loyalty points. These, you do not have to have affiliate in order to have these. I gave myself as many points as I want to so that I'm able to do everything. Mods are able to add and remove commands. I'm constantly removing the stuff from lurks and Commander Root because I haven't bothered figuring out how to get rid of them altogether. But as far as that goes, yeah. As far as this goes, I've done this for almost an hour. I was planning on, I guess I should have structured this a little bit more, but I have never been good at structuring things. That's why I hang out with improv people, I guess, because I don't like structure to my entertainment as much as other people do. Let's see here. And hopefully y'all are still here and I'm not just talking to to myself. But that's what happens a lot of times on streams. Anyway, let's move this over here. And what I'm going to go ahead and do is, if that is the case, I think this was awesome. It was super informative. I'm trying to think if I have any other questions, but I can't think of any right now. I'm here. Thank you very much for doing this. You're welcome. Let me just, I'm not certain if anyone else is here, and I think that when I created it, it wasn't very well shown as to what's happened here. Let me go ahead. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to create a sound, and I'm going to create a thumbnail for that sound all in one go, just to show you from start to end basically what my process is. So I'm just going to do this one more time. Okay. And I'm also going to pull up, wrong thing here. Let's do this. Let's do, open that. Okay. All right. Can I get a suggestion from the chat of a funny thing for me to say that's not going to attack somebody else in stream? I just want something random, funny, something crazy. Let's actually start off with a different thing. Let's see here. Give me a suggestion for a filter. Let's say, yeah, just give me a McClunky. Ah, okay, McClunky. Ah, McClunky. What you say before shooting someone else. Nope. I'm going to try that one more time. All right. McClunky. McClunky. Okay. Let's go ahead and do McClunky. All right. So McClunky, I'm going to do Alien as the screenshot, whatever I'm going to do here. So Alien. Okay, perfect. Take photo, save that photo, and Alien Roukov. I may have just gone invisible. Just a second. Nope, I didn't. Okay, that's perfect. Here we go, and back to regular Roukov. And here we go. All right. Now we're going to go on over to... Oh, I've got to make sure that I save this. So export as MP3, and I use Audacity. I also use Snap Camera because I don't have a green screen. I'm planning on at some point getting a green screen. But, yeah. So let's go ahead and do McClunky. Save. Okay. They are pretty cheap on Amazon. It's been a crazy year. So, there's been a lot of expenses to go different places. So, let's go on over to Store. Create new item. McClunky. Let's make sure that we have that selected as a sound effect. Cost of 0. And this is a description. And pick that from McClunky. Oh, no, that's supposed to be an image. Let's see here. Alien, Roukov, select. Okay. All right, then we were going to go over here and pick that. And McClunky. So, and we're going to go ahead and exclamation point McClunky. All right, and if this is going to be up in that store before it's going to be available for the exclamation point redeem value. And oh, screen transitions. That's a good point. I'll go ahead and do that in just a second as well. Just a moment. All right. So, all right, that's the basic way to add a sound. Now, hopefully that wasn't too fast, but no, Logan, it's not going to show up as that yet. You're going to be able to see it under this first. Let me see if it's up there already.
McClunky.
All right, so there it is. And if you are streaming and using one PC, did you mention the run?
McClunky.
Yes, I did. The problem with people going to the store is that you're not going to be able to see it as much in chat. But, I mean, it's funny when that happens anyways, because then Logan is wondering, I have these commands, these sounds coming out of nowhere. And he doesn't realize that Roukov's the only one that does it. So, as far as that goes, transitions. Great. That is a great question. What I'm going to go ahead and do with that one is I'm going to go ahead and select this little button down here that says Studio Mode. I'm going to go ahead and click on Edit. Okay, so over here where we have all of our different scenes, we've got this right here. And what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to do Edit Transition. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add a transition, and right here you can decide what type of transition you want it to be. Let's say we want it to be a slide. Now we want that to go down to, and this is milliseconds. Let's go ahead and do that to, no, sorry, this is, yes, that's 3 seconds. So let's do that at 200 milliseconds. Transaction slide to the left. I'm going to make that up. So let's go ahead and do that one. And I probably should have named it differently, but let's go ahead and do that one for now. What we're going to do is I'm going to show you what it looks like for my camera. And we're going to do the transition now. There we go. And you can make that faster or slower as you want it to. See, that one went a lot faster than it normally would. So let's go ahead and do that one at 500, which is 500 milliseconds. So let's do that one. And let's go back to screen cap and transition. And then see how that one went a little bit slower. And all right, Logan, Robo, and Chief Agent and Christina are going to do a game together tonight. What game is it that you're going to be doing together? Oh yes, I did mention that if you're running on PC, make sure that you're. In fact, I put this over here to show them. Make sure that you right-click on this and then click on Run as Administrator. In fact, you want to do that on, if you have a game that you're going to be running, make sure you do that for the game too. Source layering. So as far as that goes, when you've got your source here, you can see that my camera is basically, I'm on top of things. So if I was to move this guy around, I would go over top of other things and underneath other things. There's actually a better scene that I would be able to show this with. Okay. And transition. Okay, I'm pretty sure I have other things that I can do here. I'm not very good at this particular portion, but let's go ahead and do this with, yes, text. So let's transition now. That's right, because Okay, so now you guys should be able to hear me. I forgot my landing page doesn't have that. So let me go ahead and come back to screen cap. Okay, so let me fix some things here. I'm going to go ahead and show you what I have to redo every time that this happens. So I have killed Snap Camera. It's not going to work anymore. I'm going to have to go to Task Manager, and I'm going to have to kill Streamlabs from there. Either that, or I'm going to have to come down to here. Sorry, not Streamlabs, but I'm going to have to kill Snapcam from here. Hit quit, and then I'm going to go ahead and anything that you're going to want to be more important to other things, you're going to want to have as run as an administrator. And that way, it has more priority than the other things. So, when you see that pop up, yes, layering. You can see that since I don't have my green screen up, I am on top of my my other sources. That is because my video capture device is above everything else. This the higher it is, the more the higher it is up on the page. If you want to create yourself to where you can have that green screen effect like this, you right-click that. Then we go to, well, let's actually, all right, right-click here. Then we go to Filters. And from Filters, we go to Color, Key Color Type. Okay, so I've got, yes, we've got Filters, and we've got a chroma key here. Over here, we can add other types of filters. The one that we need to do the green screen is the chroma key. Right there. All right, and I missed that. I'm sorry about that, guys. Let me take a look to see what just happened. Thank you for hosting Z-Diggity. I appreciate that. Thank you for allowing me to do that. So as far as this goes, with chroma key, you select the color that you want to take out. For instance here, I want to take out green. And with that, I can also take out blue. Or I can take out magenta. Or I can take out custom. That custom can be this specific color of blue. And the similarity goes down. And I start to come in. As far as that goes, I'm scary. See? All right, let me go ahead and take that off. There we go. You do not have me on auto host for some reason. Thank you for thinking about that, Z. As far as this goes, yes, that is how you do that type of filter. Now, when it comes to that, that's where I've got, let's see. Oh, you're playing World of Warcraft, and Christina is re-rolling a tune. That's cool. And I do like this. Let me go ahead and come out of studio mode. So as far as that goes, Mama, does that answer your question about a few things now, or am I overwhelming people at this point, which is known to happen? All right. While I'm waiting on that, I want to show you a few other things that I found to be interesting with this. There is a way for you to create your own background on Snap Camera. I like this. I really like this particular app for streaming because I can do so much with it. Let's go ahead and use that chicken thing that I had before. See? If I want that, I can have that there. Don't necessarily need that, but that's where I have things down. All right. So this has been meandering. This has been this has been a journey. Does anyone have any questions? Does anybody want me to go any slower, any faster, do anything differently? Does anybody... Oh, there's another thing that I wanted to show you as well. Let me show you how to... Let me take a look here. Alert box. Okay. Now this is where you can change up your different sound notifications and other things. So let's go ahead and take a look at other global events. Twitch follow. Now if I want to, the follow image right now, let's take a look at that. Test. We have that right there. If I wanted that to be a different sound, however, I can go ahead and use an upload. Let's go ahead and do this for... Okay, that sounds good. You probably weren't able to hear that, but let me take a look here. And... Oh, nope, I didn't save it. So let's save settings. That way you can feel like somebody is following you in a very menacing way. And as far as that goes, that is what I do. Okay. All right. So I have been at this for an hour. I promised my daughter that I was going to come and watch a few more things with her. It's my week with my daughter. The weekends that I don't have my daughter, I have a little bit more time on my hands than the weeks that I do have her. Hopefully I don't feel like I'm a flake with all of this stuff, but I'm planning on being done around 2:30. Do we want to keep on doing more questions like this? This is basically an Ask Me Anything, and I'll look up some ways to get things to work for you. Did we have any other questions, comments, concerns, ways of doing things? Z Diggity is tired. Okay. Oh. Let's... Yeah, I think that's it. What's been covered so far? I have used Twitch streams, so it's all new to you. I don't know how to use Twitch streams. From what I've been told, it's a cut down version of to where people can start streaming on without as much footprint as this program does. I don't know if that how exactly to use Twitch streams, so I would have to take a look a little bit different into that. So Floor Twitch stream. Oh, this program floors Twitch streams. Yes, this program is very. There's a lot of bells and whistles. There's a lot of things that you don't have to use, and there's a lot of things that you have to get used to when first using this program. But this program, I used to use regular OBS, and this program just blows that out of the water. It's so much easier to use in the first place. But yeah. Thank you guys so much for being here. I didn't expect to get any subs for this boring of a stream. I understand that it's boring but necessary information, but I've had enough questions about it that I Oh, thank you. Not boring, quiet me. Okay. Well, here's the thing: is I've always been told that what interests me is usually boring to other people, so that's why I assume that it's boring. I enjoy just going in and breaking things and learning how to fix them. That's basically how I've learned how to become a moderator for my friends Z Diggity and others, and slap them. They're bad friends. Okay, I will make sure that I slap them the next time that happens. No, as far as this goes, it's just basically you got to get your foot in the door. The main thing that a lot of people are able to just be able to get in and do stuff with is once they hit that Cloudbot button and they moderate or they allow their Cloudbot to moderate what they're doing. And I know I've worked in the tech support industry enough to know it's difficult to explain to somebody that is a visual learner how to do something audibly. So as far as this goes, that's the button. Then you got to go ahead and come over to default, and these will allow your moderators to do the things they need to do. So as far as that goes, that's the first few things that you got to do. When you get to different levels, though, this is all here. I want to leave y'all with a message for today. Trying to think of a good quote from one of my favorite books. Let's see here. I did this yesterday, but I think it was just Jericho that was in the stream at the time. I don't mind reading it again. Sorry, Jericho, if this is a repeat. He who stands in toilet is high on pot. That's from a video game from when I was a kid. So, as far as this goes, let me go with passion. Okay. Also known as passion. Jim Butcher. Now, passion. That is another word for constructive anger in my book because of this very book. And let me go ahead and read this off to you. Anger is just anger. It isn't good. It isn't bad. It just is. What you do with it is what matters. It's like anything else. You can use it to build or to destroy. You just have to make the choice. Constructive anger, the demon said, her voice dripping with sarcasm. Also known as passion, I said quietly. Passion has overthrown tyrants and freed prisoners and slaves. Passion has brought justice where there was savagery. Passion has created freedom when there was nothing but fear. Passion has helped souls rise from ashes of their horrible lives and build something better, stronger, and more beautiful. Just because anger is generally seen as a negative emotion doesn't mean it has to stay that way. Just because your depression has kicked you in the teeth before doesn't mean you can't learn how to make it work for you. Just because you are having a hard time now doesn't mean you always have to. Now, I stand on my pedestal and I tell my stories, but there are people that are around you that can help you learn, that can help you grow, that want to be there with you. If you ever feel like it's otherwise, that is your anxiety or your depression, or somebody else with anxiety or depression just giving you a lie. I appreciate every one of you. What you do for me is letting me share something that I'm passionate about is so cathartic to me. Thank you for being here, and I'm going to go and spend some time with my daughter. I know I'm a little bit early to end the stream, but I want to go ahead and I'm going to see if I have anybody in my what's it called, streaming community that is, let's see here, that is streaming right now. Looks like we've got Brooklyn 95. Oh, and thank you for being here. Hopefully it was informative, and hopefully it was what I was hoping for it to be. If people have questions, I'll spot them some more answers. But as far as this goes, does anybody have? I've gotten Brooklyn 95 a few different times. Does anybody else have someone to raid, or should we just go back to Brooklyn 95 today? Anybody have any suggestions? Oh, I'll fill you in later. I'll try to make a little video out of the stuff that you were asking about earlier, Aaron. Thanks for being here, though. Yeah. And let me see here. I'd love to let me just go ahead, and since I told Erin that I'd show her how to do this, I'm going to do this one more time. I'm not actually going to create another sound bit, but I'll go ahead and show her how to do it in the meantime, though. All right. So you hit the Cloudbot button right here. You go up to where it says store, create new item, you create sound effect, you put in the name of it, and oh my goodness, I'm doxing myself, lame name, description, and then you choose whatever cost you want it to be, $0. We've got this over here. You pick a thumbnail. It's the same way that you'd normally be able to do that. Then you pick the sound file, and then it will be up and running in your stream within a few days. So as far as that goes, that's how you answer that particular question, Aaron. Hopefully that wasn't too fast, but as far as that goes, make sure that that middle section is important. You got to make sure that you selected that it's a sound bit rather than anything else. All right, Cthulhu Crisis. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. So Twitch, Roukov. Okay. Raid Cthulhu. All right, and if I could get somebody to put in the raid command, please copy and paste this. And I've got two different raid levels. If you're a subscriber, please use the sub raid. If you're not a subscriber, then go ahead and do the one with the pickaxe and the bomb. So. Cthulhu Crisis. I'm just making sure that I'm typing this in correct. All right. And once again, thank you. Oh, let me get that name here. Raid raid. All right. So as far as this goes, we're going to go ahead and raid Cthulhu Crisis. Make sure that you get that raid command. I'm going to go ahead and do it myself. If you want it to be in your color, then make sure that you have /me in front of it. And that's just with anything you type into chat. You want to make sure that you have /me if you want it to have a color. So, exactly. There we go. And 1, 2, 3, rating now.